Hi planner peoples! I'm so glad to be back as usual with all of you. And today I am going to be doing a much anticipated, long awaited for... Hold on. I always do that. Anywho, I am going to be doing a highly requested video. This is for the build tracker that I showed in my previous monthly view. So if you have not watched that and you're wondering what on earth I am making, you can stop this video now and go check out my video, and I will have it linked down below, and then you'll know what we're talking about. And then if you're still excited about the build tracker sticker, you can go ahead and keep on watching, or you can just keep on watching if you'd like. Anyways, let's get started. So today I am going to be showing you how to make a build tracker, and then I will be making a special announcement. So let's go ahead and go over to my Cricut design space. And I know that the last video I had for Cricut, somebody had mentioned that it is not a good idea to use the website to log in, but I don't know of any other way to get to my Cricut design space. I am not techie whatsoever. I know that somebody mentioned that there is a button that you download. I have no clue how to do that, and since this is what I have been using for the last few months and it has been working for me, I will continue to do that unless somebody is willing to give me a tutorial on how to find this button. Anywho, I'm going to go over here to File, and I am going to make a new file. We're going to go in here to Insert Shapes, and I am going to insert a square. Now, I'm going to make sure that this square is clicked on, and you can see over here that when the shape is clicked on, it becomes this gray-blue color. If it was not clicked on, it would just be white. So I'm going to go back and click on it. I'm going to go to Edit and unlock the shape. Unlocking a shape allows me to change the width and height to anything I want. And this is great because then I can make this a rectangle. If I was to leave this shape locked, it would just be a bigger square. So I am going to share with you my saucy secrets now and tell you that the width, the secret width, is 1.56. Oops, 56 is 6.97. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to lock this shape back up. And I want to make sure that this shape is locked so that if I move it and my computer lags, which it often does because it's a very old computer, then it will not accidentally stretch or distort the size of my desired shape. So that's why you always need to make sure you lock that shape back up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this shape over to the side. I'm going to change the color really quick to white, and then I'm going to just leave it be. The next thing I want to go ahead and do is to insert my flags. So this feature, this part of the build tracker, you will need to insert an image, and you can insert images by either having your own images, your cartridges, on file, or by purchasing a subscription for the year or purchasing a subscription monthly. And I do the monthly. I should probably just do the year subscription, but I have it set up monthly so far. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to search for flags, or a flag, and hit enter. And I always tend to gravitate to the same flags over and over again. So if you are not into getting a subscription, but you feel like you can afford purchasing individual items or individual images, you can go over here, and I'll just let you know that it is called a pennant, and it's from Creative Cards. Once this shape is highlighted, I'm going to go ahead and insert the image. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the edit button. I am going to rotate this 90 degrees, hit enter, and then mirror the image so that I get it pointing the right direction. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock the image, and I'm going to again share my saucy secret and tell you that the width to this page flag is 0.44 and my height is 1.43. I'm going to then hit the enter button and lock this image back up. So I have the size that I want, but I think I'm going to change the color for this to a nice red color. After I have changed the flag to my desired color, I am going to go ahead and I am going to insert another shape, and my shape is going to be another square. I'm going to just drag this up here. So I'm going to go to Edit. I'm going to unlock the image. And this time, I'm going to change my width to 1.25. And my height is going to be 0.02. And if your Cricut design space is anything like my Cricut design space, it is going to fight you on this 0.02 when you click enter. So you'll see it. When I click enter, it will not allow me to go that small. So I'm going to click enter, and it only allowed me to do 0.1 height, and it is still too bulky for my liking. So don't fret if your computer does this to you automatically. What you need to do is you need to zoom in onto your image and manually drag this till you get the 0.02. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag this until I get my desired height. Now this process you need a little bit of patience for. Okay, so I have the desired height and my width just changed slightly. So I'm going to go back in and fix that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lock that image back up. So now I can take this image anywhere and I don't have to worry about having the image size distorted. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and highlight this image, click Layers, and Duplicate. So now I have a second line that is the exact same size as my first, but I want it to be slightly shorter than the top line. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Edit, and I'm going to unlock this shape, and I'm going to change the width to 0.8 and hit enter. Then I'm going to go ahead and lock the image back up. Once I have these two lines, the desired height and width that I want, I'm going to go over and head into my sync. And this is a really neat feature that I did not entirely understand until I did my first DIY Cricut video. So this is pretty awesome. And if you already know this, just bear with me. I'm showing it for all the noobs. Okay, I would like these images to be white. So all I have to do is drag over here to my white block, and it becomes white as well. So that's really easy. Instead of having to go into your layers and change it manually, you can just sync the colors. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and drag these colors over to my flag. And I'm going to put the first longer line over here, kind of in the center or right above center of my flag. The next line I'm going to put kind of right underneath my top line. The next step to creating these flags are to go back into my insert image. I'm going to search for finance or finances and hit enter. I'm then going to highlight the $sign, which, just in case you're wondering, is from Home Organization. It's called Finances. And I'm going to go ahead and insert this image. Now, You can see it on your design space when you're zoomed in, or at least mine you can't. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out until I see it. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hide this background image because I don't want it there. So I'm going to go over to the eye and I'm going to click on the eye to hide it. The next thing I want to do is I want to change this color to the white. So I'm going to hit sync and move this $ over to the white color. So I'm going to change the size. So while it is highlighted, I'm going to hit edit, unlock the image, click on width, and then I'm going to hit 0.1 for my width. And for my height, I'm going to put in 0.21 and hit enter. And of course, this is really small, but before I zoom into it, I am going to lock up my image. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. I'm going to place the $ right in this little spot. And there you go, I have my page flag. Now that I have the flag the way I want it, I'm going to zoom back out so I can see my entire project. If I was to highlight it and attach it, it would actually just cut out the images from each other. So I want to make sure that instead of attaching the image, I go ahead and flatten it. That allows my image to be a print and cut. Now I'm going to go ahead and while this image is highlighted, I'm going to hit the duplicate button and I'm just going to hit it once. And then I'm going to go ahead and unflatten the image and it's right here. I'm going to change the color and then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to reflatten this image. So now I have two separate flag colors and of course you don't have to do these colors alternating. You can do them any color you want. This is just how I like to do them. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to just highlight this and duplicate it. To move the image over here and duplicate it again, move it down. And I'm going to do this until I get 13 page flags. And I'm just going to need one more, so I'm going to duplicate this one and move it down. I'm going to line it up against my grid again, and I'm going to just slightly move these up a little bit more because I need a little bit more space or room at the top of my build tracker because I would like to put a nice title at the top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to align horizontally and I'm going to align vertically. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag this into my build tracker. And as you can see, it sits pretty nicely. This one though, however, is a little bit off, so I'm going to just slide it back in there. Our build tracker is well on its way to be finished. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead now and insert my checklist that I do. So what I do for my little circle checklist on the side is I like to insert a circle. You could use any shape though that your little heart desires. And I'm going to take this, and while this circle is highlighted, I'm going to just change this width to 0.13 and hit enter. And because it's a circle, I want it to be the same width and height. I don't have to worry about unlocking the image. The next thing I want to do is I want to hit the layers button and I want to make this a right. And I'm going to hit midnight black. So as you can see, I have my little dot. You can see that the pen is going to be used to write this. I would like to have 13 of these circles. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to duplicate this 13 times and I'm going to roughly align them in between these page flags. Once I get them into a kind of general area that I would like them to be, I'm going to go ahead, while hitting the Command button, I'm going to click on each individual circle so that it is highlighted. This can be tricky because sometimes you will highlight a page flag and then you'll have to restart over, but lucky for me this time it did not happen. So now that I have everything highlighted, I'm going to hit the Align button. I'm going to hit Distribute horizontally, and I'm also going to distribute vertically as well. So that should have adjusted anything for me that was slightly offline. And I am going to go ahead and insert my bill tracker title at the top. So I'm going to go over to Add Text. I'm going to type in Bill Tracker. And while this text is highlighted, I'm going to hit the Edit button, and I'm going to change this from all fonts to Has a Written Style. Now, the Cricut alphabet has a written style, and I really do like it a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to leave it as that style. That's how I make most of mine. And while it's together, I'm going to go ahead and size it to fit in this top section. And I'm doing that just by dragging the letters, and I'm actually using this tracker section as kind of a guideline because I don't want this word tracker to be bigger than my background. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just adjust it until the tracker word fits perfectly inside this background section. Then I'm going to re-highlight the text. I'm going to slice the text, and I'm going to hit the Command key and click on the word bill. I'm then going to go ahead and, while my Command key is still pressed, group the bill. Now that it is grouped, I'm just going to drag it on top of the word tracker. Once my entire bill tracker has been completed, remember I just flattened these page flags, I'm going to drag my cursor or my mouse over top of the whole project. I'm going to go to Layers and I'm going to attach it all. That allows my background to be printed, my pen, letters, and circles to be written exactly where I want them to be. Now, I wanted to show you this because you might be thinking to yourself, what if I wanted to change the color? So what you can do is I'm going to actually just duplicate this. Now that I've duplicated my bill tracker, I'm going to go ahead, make sure it's highlighted, and I'm going to detach everything. I have to go ahead, click on the page flag, and unflatten that page flag. Once this page flag is unflattened, you will see the flag by itself, and I can go in and change the color. Once you are done that, you are going to just reattach all of the flags again, and you are good to go. Obviously, I'm not going to keep this bill tracker, so I'm going to go ahead and exit it out. Once I have the bill tracker that I want to print out, I'm going to go ahead and press the Go button. Once you press Go, you can change the amount of projects you would like to print out. I believe 3 projects can fit on one sheet of paper, sticker paper. Then I'm going to go ahead and click Go, and then you will print your page. Then you will set your dial, you'll place your mat, and then you'll have to insert pen. I really do hope that this bill tracker sticker DIY video has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for putting up with me and for listening to my videos and my little quirks and my excitement of everything. And I would just really like to give you a big thank you so much for subscribing and liking my videos. I know that not everybody has a Cricut, and I wanted to make this video meaningful to you as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do my very first giveaway here on my YouTube channel, and I am going to give away 10 sets of 12 bill tracker stickers for the Erin Condren vertical planners. And the reason I'm saying vertical is because I do have a vertical, and so they will be matching the Erin Condren vertical planner colors. But if you are okay with using these bill trackers in other planners, by all means, please do. In order to qualify for this giveaway, please make sure you are subscribed, you like this video, and you leave me a comment letting me know that you could really use these bill tracker stickers in your planner. This giveaway is international. You have to be 18 years or older. I will be leaving this giveaway open until the 29th of October, and then I will put all of the replies or all of the responses, all of the people's names into a random generator, and I will be picking 10 people. I will announce those people in a video on November 1st, which is my birthday. I think that's everything I need to share with you. I want to thank you again so much for commenting and liking all of my videos. It has been so much fun. I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye for now.